Hey, 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 welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I am your host, Jay India, and welcome to the first episode of the Rhinebeck Scoop, where I'm dishing out social commentary about our beloved town, including fun segments called Boujee Banter, white people problems, and, as everyone loves, our sweet and sour of the moment. And if this all goes well, there will be guest co-hosts down the line. Just note that this podcast is marked as explicit. I keep saying podcast, guys. This radio show is marked as explicit, so there may be some adult content and some F-bombs here and there. Today, we are going to be discussing my absolute cluster at my doctor's office, our grocery shopping white people problem, and my sweet and sour of the moment. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started with some bougie banter here, because we are a bougie town and we love that about ourselves. And last night, we had a bougie event, which was the Hudson Valley Pilot, which we love. It's our local newspaper, 1-year celebration party. So first of all, I want to say congratulations to the Hudson Valley Pilot, because any media that does well in this day and age and is beloved is actually very rare. So it's a little gem of ours. So congratulations, especially to Mark First, who's my friend, and also to Eric Steinman, who I didn't get to talk to last night, which was a major bummer. I've met Eric over Zoom. He's a really nice guy and he does a great job. So congratulations to him and the staff and all of the writers. The event I thought was lovely. It was a beautiful spread, bougie like that, like the auction. I thought it had really good choices. I had cucumber water. I just want to tell everyone that because I don't drink alcohol. So that was exciting for me. There were a lot of people. Tons of people. I was actually surprised. And Co is a beautiful space. I didn't realize how beautiful of a space it was. And everyone I met was super friendly, super creative. So I really appreciated that. The only thing that was a major bummer for me last night was I hope there would be just someone drunk and stupid. And then I could just run a 10-minute segment on that. But I guess it just didn't happen. We're too bougie for that. So we're going to move on to my doctor's office. All right. So let's go. All right, here's the deal. So I don't know if you guys are like me, but with my doctor's office, which I'm not going to name because I don't want to get fired from another doctor. It's happened before, and I don't want to go over to Poughkeepsie because I just want to keep my life simple here in Rhinebeck. So in the doctor's office, right, it's hard to get an appointment, even if you're scheduling way ahead of time and you're calling and you're trying to get this annual appointment, which I was trying to get. And for the life of me, I cannot get them on the phone. I don't know why, and when I do, it goes to voicemail, and you guys know what the voicemail is. It's just someone eating Lucky Charms, just sitting there going, I'm never going to answer anything. They're laughing at you, and that's about it. So I said to myself, okay, let me put this on my calendar. This is what a dumb bitch I am, okay? I put this on my calendar, and I say, okay, let me try calling on Wednesday at 1 p.m. and Monday at 4 p.m. instead of actually physically going into the office. I mean, Rhinebeck is 1 square mile. I'm in Rhinebeck all the time, even though I live a little bit outside. I can't believe it didn't occur to me to actually physically go into the office. I did not go into the office. So I'm calling, I'm getting no one. I'm finally, after a month, you guys, of doing this, I finally go into the office. So I go in and there is the person at the front desk, and she's a nice enough person. And I say to her, hey, I'd like to schedule my annual appointment. And she says, well, you can't schedule it here. And I look at her and I go, well, this is the front desk. And she said, yeah, but you can't schedule it here. And I said, okay, could you tell me where I can schedule this appointment? And I'm not even kidding you. She actually hands me a piece of paper, which is a ripped computer paper, like one of those blank papers, and says, fill out your name and what you need the appointment for and your phone number, and we'll get back to you. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck is this? Like, this is the craziest shit. I can't schedule online. I can't schedule over the phone, but yet you're giving me a piece of paper and telling me that someone may or may not call me back. So I'm filling out the paper and I say to her, do you think someone will call me back? And she says to me, well, we think within a week someone will call you back. And I'm saying, okay, that's fine. So, I keep writing everything. And because I don't know how to shut the fuck up, I decide to nag her one more time. And I say to her, So is this your normal scheduling practices? And really what I'm thinking is this your normal scheduling practices from 1972? We're in 2023, but I don't say that because we don't want to be mean to anyone who's, helping us out, right? Not her fault. And she says to me, no, these are our practices for COVID. Now, if anyone can tell me how me physically going into that doctor's office, holding a pen that everyone else is holding a piece of paper that 5 other people are going to hold, and then breathing on everything is a good COVID practice, I would love to know that. If anyone here works that practice and you know who you are, I would love to just know who thought of this idea. And I was just blown away. I didn't even know what to say. And then the kicker of it was behind the front desk woman, there was another woman in a dark room. I'm not even kidding you. And she was a scheduler, but I was not allowed to go and talk to her. So she was just like the Wizard of Oz there. So I just want to know if anyone else goes through this. I try to have patience when I'm in CVS, and can't blame anyone in CVS because they're working hard. They're trying to do the best. They're understaffed. I totally get it. But I'm always behind the person. I'm 12 people behind in line. And then behind the person who is asking the pharmacist 12 million questions about Tylenol. I don't know if you're like that, but I'm like that. So you have to just learn to be patient. And I think especially in this upcoming holiday season, it's not easy, but you just have to learn to take a deep breath and not take it out on anyone and make sure we're nice to everyone because it's not them. It's not their fault. They don't make the policies. So if anyone has any Boujee Banter feedback on that, I would love to know. And I want to move on to white people problems. This is my grocery shopping white people problem. And you know what? I'm going to say something controversial today. I'm going to say something extremely controversial that I think may concern you a little bit, Matty and Jen, but I'm going to go for it. I figure we're not going to go out with a bang. We're going to come in with a bang. And here's what I'm going to say. I do not understand why people go over the bridge and they do all their grocery shopping at Adams Fairacre. Now, I understand Adams is a great place to shop. Nothing against Adams. I just don't get it because I can't find anything there ever. So I'm confused. Like every time I go there, which is pretty much rare. First of all, Matty, you had said to me, I remember you had kept saying in a conversation with me, Adams, when people go to Adams, when I go to Adams, I'm like, Adams, do you mean Adams Fairacre? That's where Rhinebeck shops. And I'm always trying to find the bougie place where Rhinebeck shops. And now I know. Okay. So every time I go to Adams Fairacre, I feel like the parking lot is full. I've been there on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. And then when I go in, they still have the food that Tops and Sunflower have. They still have all the processed industrial seed oils that I don't eat, the snacks with all the oils. So I don't understand why going to Adams Fairacre is a big bonus over going to Tops and Sunflower. I'm very confused about that one. Now, go ahead, Jen.
What are you looking for? Well, I'm so now I'm intrigued.
See, here's the thing. I can't eat a lot because of my autoimmune disease, and we don't want to plunge into that dark hole today. You guys will be hearing this later down the line because it's a serious thing, and there's a lot I can't eat. So I guess, Matt had said to me that a lot of people go to Adams Fairacre because of the butcher, correct?
It's protein in general. Fish, meat, it's not comparable in this side of the river. You basically are not going to get great fish at Tops or Hannaford, and you're not going to get great meat at Tops or Hannaford. So if protein's what you're looking for, the first thing you would want to do is go to Adams.
With the exception of salmon, go to Sunflower.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Okay, I agree with everything. I agree with everything you're saying, but I guess I own a cattle farm, so I get my own beef. So I don't have to worry about cuts of meat or anything like that. And then we also buy half a pig from a local farm. So I guess for me, I don't have that concern. And then I go to Tops and I get their organic, grass-fed, bougie, blah, 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 chicken wings or whatever. So that's pretty much all I eat. In regard to the fish, yes, salmon at Sunflower, but I'm not that into fish. So I guess that's why. So I guess for me, with Adams, I don't need that butcher. Go ahead, Matty.
No, I just can say grocery stores in general are a mixed bag in that the standard items are the same pretty much everywhere. There's a new Wegmans in New York City, which has standard grocery items, but then it has an amazing fish counter, an amazing meat counter, decent produce. And the produce also at Adams is better than Tops and Hannaford for sure. So there's a couple things.
Well, what about sunflower?
Sunflower is good, but
What about Miglarelli's?
It's fine in season, but it's local. So if
Okay.
you want to get things that
Both
are
of
not
them
locally in season, then you're going to have to go to the only place would be Adams. And then there's the garden center, which doesn't exist at any of these other stores. So people also go for that. And there's also, for people who like candy, they do have an amazing selection of things like licorice. So there we go.
And then they have things like you might not find in all the other stores. Like say you want like a pomegranate molasses. I'm not sure that's something that you can eat, but like, if you want something that's, a hyper, I'm going to sound like my father, hyper ethnic.
It's called the ethnic food aisle in the food business.
That's amazing. Hyper ethnic. Oh my God. Am I hyper ethnic? I'm
We
half
don't know you
Colombian.
well
I'm
enough
half
yet.
Middle Eastern. I think
Oh.
I'm hyper ethnic.
Well,
Then for sure.
Yes.
For hyper ethnic. For Rhinebeck? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty damn hyper ethnic. But okay, I'm understanding your point now, but I'm still not going to do it. I'm still going to do.
That's good. You be you, man.
I'm still going to do my top sunflower only because I guess I just don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I eat lunch, my lunch is organic cashews. And maybe I'm trying to think, and maybe I have some licorice and maybe like I don't have
the
maybe I have
licorice
some
at
lettuce.
Adams is the best.
No.
Oh, yes.
But does it have
Yeah, I was
the
going to
oils in
say,
it?
she
They
can't
have the
eat
real
that.
Dutch licorice, the real Danish licorice.
Does it have oil? Does it have wheat
Exactly.
flour?
You don't know this.
You can
Matt.
look at the ingredients.
I'm going to check this out. And I'm going to get back to you which licorices are best. But I like it. I was just in Tops right before I came here. And I had left my purse right in the middle of an aisle. Didn't know. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing the service desk go, "Hey, is there a Jennifer C here? Can you come to the service desk?" So I appreciate that. No one stole my shit. And I'm just very happy about that.
The staff at all those stores seem really, really good.
Absolutely.
Really good. So
I-
they're great.
I do. We didn't give a shout out to the fact of the farmers market, which is where you really could get great protein,
Oh,
great
yeah.
produce, and that on Sundays is where people should go most.
That's right. I have been to the farmer's market. Not a lot, but I've been. It's amazing. And yes, that's true. And also, you know what, you guys? I'm not a cook.
Mm.
Wow.
So hence the cashews and licorice.
I'm not sure if that's the healthiest diet either.
I'm not sure it is, but
Wait, quick shout out
Yeah.
to the Epicurean
yes.
and the Locavore and to Taffy for Teaspoon Desserts because she makes organic, delicious frozen entrees like macaroni and cheese and vegetarian lasagna. So, there are other options.
Okay.
Besides
there are
Adams.
options. I'm going to expand, but I just want to say I'm keeping probably to my top sunflower.
All right.
I'm keeping to it.
That
All
works.
right. So now I want to go into my sweet and sour of the moment. And just so everyone knows, why did I pick this? It's kind of like your rose and your thorn, your peach and your pit. Like what's good, name something good, something bad. And I decided to do sweet and sour because RBK is a restaurant town. So I thought that would be fun to do. I mean, maybe it's not fun. Maybe who cares? But I like it. So that's all that matters. And my sweet of the moment is recording this radio show for the first time. I've been thinking about it for quite some time now, and I'm finally doing it. And this is your show, too. You can leave me a voicemail, and quite frankly, the drunker, the better. That'd be fun. The number to call is 845-307. Oh, I didn't write down the last four. It's RHIN, and I forgot to write down the last four. Do you know it? You guys.
We'll get it, and then we'll edit this. Don't worry.
Yeah, just figure it out. It's good. RHIN. I'm so prepared today. This is amazing.
We got sidetracked, but we will.
We did get sidetracked. I forgot about that. So say whatever, leave me a voicemail, call me a dumb bitch, tell me what you love, what you hate about Rhinebeck's, topics to discuss, and that would be great.
845-307-7446.
So that is my sweet. And I want to say I have a specific question for all of you, Rhinebeck, if you could leave a voicemail about it, because I'm just curious. Do you engage in the stressful holiday drama? For example, the drive on the George Washington Bridge on Thanksgiving Day? Or will you hop on a plane to see your family? Spoiler, I won't. Or not. I'm actually curious to see what you will do. All right. Let's move on to my sour. Oh, this is a big one. My sour of the moment is, I love you all, but there's so many bad drivers here. I can't even. And I know all of you came from the city, and I love you, and I love the city, and I'm happy you're here. But let me tell you something. You guys all need a driving lesson, and I have decided, okay, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is you don't drive the speed limit. And I'm so confused by this because it says 55 on 199. It says 55 on 308. And I'm always behind someone at least 5 times a week going 35 to 40. And then they pass the speed limit sign and they're still going 35 to 40. This is it enrages me. And the thing is, I'm actually a very calm driver, but moving to Rhinebeck has made me just an angry driver, and I'm not an angry person. So I just want to make that a public service announcement. And then, and the other thing you do is then when you go into the village and it says 30 by the fairgrounds, then you start doing 40. I'm so confused what's going on. So I've decided, Jen, Matty, everyone, I am going to do, as a service to Rhinebeck, a driving school. And here's how it's going to work. It's going to be, you're going to get in a car with me. Actually, no, I don't have that nice of a car. We're going to go in your car. We're going to go in your Tesla. We're going to go in your McLaren because why not? So anyway, we're going to go in that car. And I'm going to sit in the passenger seat and I'm going to watch you drive for 45 minutes. And I'm charging $400 for 45 minutes because you fuckers can afford it. Let's just be honest, okay? So we're just going to go down 308, 199, and I'm going to point that that's 55 miles per hour. And then I'm going to tell you to drive 58 to 59 miles per hour. And that's how it's going to be. And we're going to go up to the gas station in Mile on the Mobile, and then we're going to drive back. And then we're going to keep doing this until you fuckers get it. And that's it. And that's my driving school. What do you guys think? Good idea?
I like it.
It's a good public service announcement.
Seriously, guys. So that is my sour. So I hope you liked today's episode. We're trying some things out, so be gentle. You can check out my 3 podcasts and my vibe at freespiritpodcasts.com. This podcast is produced by me, Jennifer C., Matty Rosenberg, and Jen Hammoud, who thank you so much for putting up with this 20 minutes of bullshit. I really appreciate that. And the next episode will drop Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. So make sure you get ready for that. And then also, yes, Jen, thank you. The phone number is
845-307-7446.
Thank you. So leave me that voicemail. And remember, we are a small town with a big heart. Until next time, do one act of kindness. For example, for this week, I chose not to tailgate any of you fuckers going 40 in a 55 mile per hour zone on Route 308. You're welcome, Rhinebeck. See you in 2 weeks. Love you, RBK.
Yeah.